Hi there folks. Today I'm just going to talk about using a journal. I've done a few journals over my last 30 years and just a couple of selections here. So I just use these A4 usually and become a bit more digitized now, but for a long time I used a fountain pen or a fountain pen that can draw, and this sort of pad. Love fountain pens. I love using ink. And I find pens are also useful for drawing. Here's some examples anyway. Bit of writing, some drawing. One of these books would take up about 3 months. It's like a 3-month diary. So just doodling, basically. That's, I guess, what I'm going to talk about today is doodling. Being in the moment, and if you just got a few minutes, just draw something in your living room or draw something outside. I often, because I live in a beautiful area, I've got trees and houses and birds and all sorts of things. I love drawing my little dog, and sometimes I like just drawing my neighbours' houses. So that's what we'll talk about today, is the art of doodling. Well, the art of doodling is my topic. I just find it kind of relaxing just to play with the lines, sketch anything, just use some lines, and it kind of just gets your creative juices flowing, I reckon, after a while. After doing that for a few minutes, sometimes I notice shapes forming. And I put a bit of shading in. It could be someone sitting on the rock. To me it looks like a rock. Fishing. So that sort of got me going there. I just was hoping he can catch something, but I just form these lines, and sometimes you get nothing. Sometimes you start to see some shape forming. I'm a bit more used to using a pen. I'm just starting to get to play with these Apple pencils, but they're not exactly like the real thing, like the pen. So I do advise, if you can, to just use pen and paper while you're practicing, because the lines are a bit hard to, a bit too uniform for me. Maybe you got a little headland coming this way, another little headland out there somewhere. Perhaps he's got a mate, fishing mate, who he talks to. So that's what I often would do when I first started sketching, is just playing around with lines and seeing what could happen with that. So I found a similar scene to this. I'll just move this up here. Whoops. That's a photo I took last year of the headlands near here. I'll just move him over there, and I'll use that as a doodling exercise today. So basically, it's really handy just to have a photo reference nearby. If you can, it's really sometimes hard to relax with when you're starting out, is just have a relaxed hold on your pencil. Don't hold the pencil like you normally do with a pen. bring your hand up to the middle part of the pencil or even further up and treat it more like a brush. I just find your hand tends to relax a bit more. The idea of the exercise of doing this doodling sketching is to just have a relaxing 5 minutes or whatever in the busy part of your day, or as a break from your busy part of the day. Figures, I just tend to try and keep them simple shapes. If you're learning, just try simple shapes. And the idea of the water, figures in the distance. This particular day I took it, we were just at the back end of a huge storm, so the waves were huge, absolutely huge for this area. And again, with your stroke making, I often use this diagonal stroke when I'm drawing. Just change direction, maybe try dots, swirls, all sorts of things. In the distance we've got some cloud, and today we just keep it quite simple. So it took about 3 minutes, and sometime in the future I want to do some basic watercolour washes using our doodles, and just basically one colour or even an ink wash. I just find that's really great if you're new to painting, is just to try something like like one colour, which ink is, and you try washes with it. You can get some great effects with ink. So that's basically a start for something. We might come back to use this later for the watercolour demonstration, using just one colour. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Have a great day.